as a black man gets successful, first thing he do is he turn his back on the black woman and go marry the white woman.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as for the title, guys, you can see in today's video, one of you guys suggested that I talk about Aaron Pierre because you guys know, I think it was last year, 2024, when the Mufasa, aka the Lion King movie, they basically had a reboot and he was in it. I had absolutely no idea who this male was prior to that. So basically, naturally, whenever we have a black male that is first coming out here on the scene, I think it is very sad that black woman, in order for y'all to want to support him, I think it is very, very sad that we first have to go and search what this male has been saying about us as black woman before we want to go out here and genuinely support them. Personally, black woman, I would just suggest you guys not support this male within the first place, because at the end of the day, we know how these males feel about you as a black woman, and we know that those feelings only increases the more success that these males tend to get. And I think it is fair to say that the Mufasa movie flopped. So basically what this male is trying to do now is that he's out here basically trying to rebrand himself. So one of you guys suggested, Ella Bella 007, she said, can you do a video on how Aaron, that's Mufasa Pierre, seem to be pandering to black women? He recently did a photo shoot with Teyana Taylor and has made other public appearances with black women, but I can't help but to think he's using us to push his image. And like I said, unfortunately, it is very sad. I'm pretty sure other group of women, they don't necessarily have to do this type of stuff whenever one of their male first start to gain recognition, right? But unfortunately for these self-hating male, I think we're in a new day and age now that black women are finally realizing exactly who this male are. And now, so what is happening, as you guys just saw Ella said, as you guys can see here, it says Teyana Taylor leaves, quote unquote, no gray area about Aaron Pierre. The two look to be coupled up. And we already know this only came because, like I said, when he was out here promoting the Mufasa movie, naturally what we did as a collective group of black women, we went and we started to dive in to see precisely who this male was, what he was saying about us. Because at the end of the day, black woman, I feel like this is precisely what y'all want to do. If y'all want to go out here and support these male in any way, shape, or form, because we know, even though we're living in the streaming area, back in the days, people used to go to theater and that would be the way for you to support these male. But now within the whole streaming era, but you going out here and basically giving these people view, that is a way for you to support them. And like I have told you guys before, and I'm going to tell you guys again, if these male survival depended on me viewing and investing in any type of project that they release, trust and believe, these male will not be here to this day. But nonetheless, once again, not necessarily anything new. As you guys can see, this male is here with one of the women that we already know that these male deem to pedestalize, that these male come out here continuously and say that are so much superior to you as a black woman. So this wasn't really any shock to anyone once we started to dig. So we already know it wasn't necessarily anything new when we started to see all of these photos with him and the woman that they claim to worship started to go viral, because this hair in conjunction with someone who a lot of people are convinced that this male is married, but once he was out here promoting the Mufasa movie on several different interviews, he made a point to say that he was single. You guys know I also made a video about this when this whole thing was going on. And naturally, because these male continuously have to come out here to pander to you as a black woman, naturally he was going on a lot of predominantly black shows. So basically, he was having this one interview and he were talking about how Ashanti is one of his favorite artists, and basically just saying and doing whatever he can in order for him to get black women to support him, right? So naturally, with that come a lot of people really wanted to see exactly what this meal was about. So this clip that I'm going to incorporate here is what people came out with. painted. So people are saying that this is his wife because you guys just saw all of those images. I don't think that was just a coincidence, but ultimately we already know these male are gonna say they're gonna do whatever it takes for them to get black woman on their side, because I feel like the same thing happened. You guys know, once the self-hating Michael B. Jordan, he was out here continuously only being photographed with non-black woman. He even came out here on an interview when he said he were free to date whoever he choose. And absolutely, I agree with that, because we're literally living in the 21st century, the 2025, and basically we can all go out here and choose whoever we want to be with, right? But I think it is quite interesting is that these male know that the woman that they worship, these male know that these women aren't supporting them. So what they will do is that they will pander to you as a black woman so you can go and purchase, invest in whatever dusty project they're releasing so that they can collect all of their million and go and give their true preferences that lavish lifestyle. Because we already know the same thing happened with Michael when basically once the news got out, we already know Michael B. Jordan, he was basically facing a lot of backlash. So then what he did was he went and got in a PR relationship with the most non-black girl that is ever out there. We already know he got in a PR relationship with the beautiful Lori Harvey. And to be honest, guys, I know that these women, they're in the entertainment business. They view these contracts basically as a business. And I don't necessarily see nothing wrong with you having business and doing whatever it takes. But at what cost? I truly feel like it is so disheartening that people like Teyana Taylor, people like Lori Harvey, they would go and basically, women will volunteer, allow these males to use them. That is something that I will never truly understand, because even though Teyana Taylor, we already know that her Dusty, she came out here and say how he was so jealous of her. She spoke about how she were trying to dim her light in order to make his Dusty light shine, only to find out that he was cheating on her with the stripper Amber Rose. But once again, black woman, at the end of the day, y'all continuously coming out here allowing these low-hanging fruit to use y'all, because no one can really convince me that someone like this male is interested in someone like Teyana Taylor. Because even though, yes, I mean, look at her, she's drop dead gorgeous. And sidebar, I literally have these seam heels that she's wearing. I'm pretty sure they're Jimmy Choo. They were released last season in October. But nonetheless, back to the story. I mean, look at Teyana, she's drop dead gorgeous. But we already know black male, particularly when these male go out here and they get successful, and this male, to add upon that, this male is from the UK. If you guys think the Dusty within the US are self-hating, oh, when you go to these other countries, it is literally out of this world. So I'm happy to see one of you guys suggested that I talk about this, because at the end of the day, I'm happy to see that we're living in this day and age where more and more black women, we're not really falling for this. And I don't really understand why someone as beautiful, as successful, as talented as Teyana Taylor would allow herself to be used by this Dusty. Didn't you have enough of these male using you? Nonetheless, I also wanted to talk about, you guys saw the first comment that I incorporated at the beginning of this video. I also wanted to bring that back so you guys can see also the people that were responding to this commentator. So once again, here's the comment. She said, can you do a video on how Aaron, that's Mufasa Pierre, seemed to be pandering to black women? He recently did a photo shoot with Teyana Taylor and has made other public appearance with black women. But I can't help but think he's using us to push his image. And like I said, I'm extremely happy to see the responses black women are having towards these type of stuff. So as you guys can see, this other person responded to that original commentator by saying, I'm glad you can see the pandering as well. Something doesn't seem right. This other one say, laughing my ass off. Really? To be honest, he looks like he just doesn't like women in general. And I agree. You guys know there's a saying that say that the majority of these self-hating, low-hanging fruit that go out here and get with these non-selective from their community, you guys already know that people say it is because the next step that there's going to take is going and getting a bride. But hey, whatever floats your boat. This other one said, I still think he is rainbow DL. I don't know why they are trying to push him on us. I don't care. I don't either. This other one say he has a whole white wife. Exactly. You guys just saw her within that clip that I incorporated. This other person say that's exactly what he's doing. It's so obvious that I just cannot understand the black woman that don't see it. I have a feeling just like Michael B. Jordan that he bats for the other team. You have a feeling? I'm pretty sure that is the case. This other commentator say Michael B. Jordan dated Lori Harvey to calm black woman down after being outed for being a colorist. This one say I just don't see the hype about him, and this is exactly what I keep talking about. I truly don't find black male desirable. I don't find them attractive. Honestly, guys, I have said this a million times and I'm going to continue to say it because for me, in order for you as a man to do anything to me, you first literally have to not be dominated. I can't really see myself getting hyped over the most dominated, the least producing, the most to abandon their kids, the most incarcerated, the least educated, the one with least resource. I can't really see myself getting wet for any of these meals. But hey, to each his own. This one say, I just don't see the hype about him. This one say, don't bother. The majority of black women want him to pander to them and lie in their face. This one say black women are really getting smart when it comes to this. I'm so proud and so am I. So as you guys can see, this other commentator say Mufasa flop. Now he needs the black bag. He seen mommy juice. This one say I said he is part of the rainbow as well. This one say he sees them desperately hyping him up and fangirling over him, so he is using this attention to make some money. And this is precisely what I continue to say. Black women make it so easy for these low-hanging fruit to come out here and take advantage of them and laugh in their face each and every time, because if I am these low-hanging fruit, the group of women that I really want to be with, the group of women that I really worship, they're not going to support me. But the woman that I hate, the woman that I despise, they're literally out here willing to worship me, willing to kiss the ground that I work on. Don't you think if I'm this meal that I know that, don't you guys think that I'm also going to take advantage of that whole predicament? But nonetheless, this one say, you are so correct. He is pandering and he knows what he's doing. This one say, girl, I was thinking the exact same thing. So as you guys can see, the general public also agree with what Ella Bella had.
Black women, it's time to hold ourselves accountable because we are reaping what we sowed. We have lied and gassed black men up for centuries, letting them think that they are kings with no kingdoms, letting them think that they are the emperor when they are naked. And now we are dealing with the consequences of those actions. Instead of being honest with black men and requiring them to do better for not only themselves, but the community that they helped create, we have allowed them to tear it apart and then put it back together quietly behind their backs and then still let them get the credit for it.